Hello, Answerly viewers. I know I made a lot of videos recently about the ins and outs of convention going, but there's one topic that I seem to have sort of glazed over, and it's kind of an important one. I Ship John Locke asked on Twitter if I could cover this: how to handle first gatherings and meeting new people. Whether you're going to conventions, conferences, concerts, meetups, gatherings, or just going to parties with new friends, meeting people can always be a little bit scary if you're not a natural social butterfly. If you're going to a gathering or a meetup and you're wondering how to just sort of make friends in general, this is unfortunately one of those situations where you're just gonna have to kind of put yourself out there. People go to gatherings and meetups like this to make friends and meet people, so nobody's gonna think it's weird if you go up and start talking to someone. Introduce yourself to them, tell them what you do online, or ask what fandoms people are into. You might be able to instantly bond with someone or even with a group of people by a shared interest in a TV show or a book that you've all read or anything like that. That's how you make friends online, and it's really not that different offline. Another idea, as dorky as this sounds, is to make and bring business cards. If you have a YouTube channel or an Etsy store or some other sort of online presence somewhere and you want people to remember who you are and make it easier for them to find you after everyone goes home, giving out business cards is actually kind of a good way to make a good first impression. Most people, honestly, most people are just as nervous to meet you as you are to meet them. Everyone's worried about what everyone else is thinking. So if you're the one to step forward and break the ice, then you're suddenly the cool, confident one. Now, if the people that you're meeting at a concert or some sort of convention or event is someone who's famous, be it a musician or a writer or even a YouTube personality, the most important thing to remember is that they are still people. They're all people. We are all people. At the end of the day, it's just one human being talking to another human being, and there's no real reason to be intimidated. Even if the person that you're meeting wrote your favorite book, or sings your favorite song, or made your favorite YouTube video, there's no reason not to treat them like a person. Don't just stare at them from afar or run up and try to lick them or something like that. That's actually probably one of the worst things you could do, just to go up and lick someone. So great advice we gave her on Answerly. If you are going to meet or talk to someone that you admire, try to have a question or an anecdote or a fun little story prepared when you go up to them to sort of avoid that awkward staring at each other thing that can happen. Oftentimes famous people or whoever it is that you're meeting like to connect with fans. More often than not, they'll want to chat with you if you're confident and if you have something to say. On the flip side though, don't get overconfident and try to turn it into a half-hour-long conversation, especially if there's a line of people behind you waiting to talk to them as well. Use common courtesy in any situation and try to judge how much time is the polite amount of time to take up, especially if other people want to be able to have a chance as well. Basically, all I'm trying to tell you is that meeting people, especially internet people, doesn't have to be scary. Most people are just as nervous as you or want to talk to you. It might be a little awkward at first, but you're gonna be okay. Until next time, it's game over.